What do you see? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? When you read your own words, what do you say to yourself? When you hear your own voice, you see yourself on video, what do you see? And then what do you say to yourself? Do you tell yourself, oh, I did so awesome? Or do you begin to question the validity, the worth, the why of what you're doing when you're just showing up as you? Let's talk a little bit about that. Hi, my name is Steve Kidd. I'm a third generation minister, international best-selling author of 41 books and counting. Over the course of the last 40 years in business, the last 20 of which I've worked with authors, I've had the amazing privilege of working with over 5,000 authors. We have a 100% success making them bestsellers. But bestseller is only the beginning. Bestseller is the day one of your journey of showing up, being seen, being heard, being you in this world. And I want that for you. I want it so badly for you. Now, I can't want it more than you do. I can't do it if you don't want to do it. I can't and won't force you. But I do have systems that it doesn't have to overload you or bury you or put you in a place where you can't keep up. I'm not asking you to put one more thing on your plate. I'm actually asking you to take a few things off of your plate, but to then show up. The world needs you. I want you to hear that. I'm going to say it again. Somebody is waiting on you. The world needs you. My question today comes down really to our self-esteem, our self-worth, our self-value. And my good friend Judy, she talks about, and I've had struggles of my own, but Judy told the story to me, and it just totally broke my heart. With all the abuses she went through and stuff, and that part of the story is hers to tell, but she got to a point where she could completely get dressed, do hair and all of that kind of stuff without having to have to look in the mirror, because the mirror was her enemy. How many of us can relate to that? How many of us can relate to when we brush our teeth, we comb our hair, we do any of those kind of things, we look in the mirror as little or as seldom as we possibly can, rather than being able to. I had an amazingly wonderful person. Yes, Faith, I am talking about you. Incredibly wonderful lady. She called me out, really. I mean, let's just be honest with it, and said, you need to look into your own eyes. You need to see you and then love you for that. It was so incredible. And Faith, I appreciate that so, so much. And then, left Provo, such an incredible event. If you want to come to the next event, that's in Provo. It's called Alignment. It's going to be really, really awesome, really amazing. And of course, then, we've got our own event that we're doing in July that's called Real Visibility. And between those, I would love, love, love to have you with us. But, so I left the event and I was on the train, got on the train at about 5:30 in the morning. We were supposed to leave at about 4, but it was almost 5:45 before we actually pulled out of the station in Provo. The station, the little cement area. Okay. And we're traveling across, and I immediately, as soon as I got on the train, I immediately went to sleep. Hey, the Ultra, glad to have you here with us. And when I woke up, we were traveling across what I saw somebody refer to as Cowboy Utah, that kind of western part of Utah where it's got the really beautiful, rock faces and those kind of things, and just some really gorgeous buttes and plateaus and those kind of things. And then we transitioned from that area into Colorado and traveled along the Colorado River. One of the stewards on the train actually told us we followed the Colorado River for like 230 miles, so really, really long time. Such an amazing view. And during the course of the day, we got to see an antelope while we were sitting there eating breakfast. We got to see a bald eagle while we were having lunch. and of course all the canyons and the buttes and the water flowing next to us. And I got so many great pictures. And I was sharing them with a group of friends, and we were kind of all sharing our journeys as we were heading back to our respective homes. Both people who, just had to travel across the city and were there in Provo, all the way to, James went all the way to Arkansas. I think he was the one that traveled the furthest. You know, it's really one of those kind of situations. Cool. Glad to have you here with us. Oh, wow. I really am blurry. Thanks for telling me. Wonder why I'm blurry today. Does your face look blurry to me? That's funny. Thanks for letting me know. Let's try seeing if we can get this thing to give us some. No, it's still really blurry. How strange. Here's a little thing let's try. While I was gone, as she has a tendency to do, my mom snuck into my room, and I wouldn't be surprised if she either kicked up some dust or possibly even squirted my camera with Windex. Yeah, that seems like it's a lot better. Thank you for letting me know, both of you. I really appreciate it. It looks like it's a lot better now. Now you can see how blurry I am, how fuzzy I am right now. Really do need to break down and shave, but I just wanted to come live to you. So, we're looking at all these amazing artwork that God created traveling across, and then we go up into the mountains, into Colorado, and there's this tunnel you go through that's like 10 minutes long. You're in total darkness. I mean, it's oppressively dark when you get into like Nebraska and Kansas. I mean, there's just like lots of nothing. Where I took a picture out the window, it was, dark by that point. And, it's just a black picture. It's like, a black cow and a blackout, I mean, just nothing. Okay. But it was so cool to get to be able to see all of the differences. And it really made me start asking the question, how do you see you? Do you see you? Oh man, I'm sorry you got to go get your neck hair sprayed, Timmy. What do you see when you look in the mirror? What do you see when you look over? Like, I have to look over just slightly here to see, my furry face. It's so funny. It cracks me up every time I catch a glimpse of me. But what do you see when you look at you? And what do you say? What kind of things are you saying about you? What do you think and feel when you hear your own voice? When you read the words that you've written? What kind of self-doubt and lack of encouragement and those kind of things do you find yourself buying into when it comes to you just being you? You see, the you that you are, and maybe you're quirky, maybe you're cuckoo, maybe you're elegantly beautiful, maybe like me, you've got some weight that you're just in the process of releasing, and that's okay. All of those places, all those situations, the you that you are right this minute, not, when I lose another 50 pounds, when I, this or that or the other thing, after the story developer gets a hold of my content so that it can then be good enough, when I really understand what this journey is so I can write it down. All those excuses, really. And I used to call them sexy excuses, but they really aren't. They're really kind of ugly excuses. All the things that go through our head, they're all robbing the world of you so much. And there is somebody, I promise you, I guarantee you, there is somebody that's waiting on you. There's somebody that needs exactly you to show up as exactly who you are. Not my version of you, not my opinion, none of those kind of things. Nobody else gets to say who you are. What we need to do is do the work. We need to go in and really see, what am I passionate about? What is the purpose beneath that passion? How do I use that to get to that word I'm always saying, clarity? How can I clearly, consistently connect with people to give the people that are out there in the world, to just give them me, raw, real, valuable, vulnerable, just out there, doing and being the stuff that, that honestly only you can do. There's nobody else that can be you. Now, there is a element in our world that, when we get a message from, I'm going to say it this way, when we get a message from God, it's our responsibility to not just carry that message, but to share it. And if we don't, the things that need to happen, the things that need to be in the world, they are going to get shared. They are going to, really truly be expressed in, with, and through the entire world, one way or another. And if you don't step up to be the you that you're meant to be, that message will go to others because it needs to come out. It is truth. It is reality. It is the kind of things that absolutely need to be shared. And I know I do it too. Okay. So no judgment. I know sometimes we struggle with that. Sometimes we hear all the voices, especially those loud screaming ones in our own head, telling us all the things about us that really aren't true. Our weight, our lack of articulation, our, quirkinesses, all of those kind of things, none of them, hear me, none of them make a hill of beans worth of difference. Okay? Because I promise you, for the person in need that's looking for who you are and what you do, you could have a typo in every sentence. You could faux pas in every word that you say. It could be like I've joked about many times here on the, when I've been live with you or on my radio show. It could be a drinking game for all the times that you make up weird words or you stammer in your words or any of those kind of things. And it doesn't matter. Because for the person who needs what you're saying, they're so honed in. They don't even catch that, look at Steve, he really needs to shave. I know I keep bringing it up because it's kind of cracking me up a little bit. I kind of like the furriness in a way. I'm not going to grow out full beard and mustache. Plus it would take us the next 3 months to get through all of it. And if it grows in it at all like my dad's would, there'd be like this blank spot right here or something, Anyway, doesn't matter. It's not going to happen, but I wanted to go live with you today to tell you you're incredible. You're amazing. When you see you, do you see that? Do you say that? Do you catch a glimpse of yourself and go, ooh, hey, how you doing? Why not? How many times have I said to you, if you don't like your post, why should anybody else? If you're not the first one to heart up your post, I mean, really, legitimately, why should anybody else like something that you don't like? Now, I understand all the struggles. I get it. I've had more than my own fair share of those. But I encourage you today, see how incredible you are. Look at yourself just like I was looking at, the canyon and the river and the rocks and, the places where there was nothing but dirt on the ground. No, not even grass, not even sagebrush, just dirt, and the plowed fields and the snow, every single element of it. I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but though snow is beautiful to look at, I don't really like the cold. But there are people who travel to the top of that mountain every single day because they just love being in snow, going skiing, or those kind of things. And the same is true with you being you. There is somebody who just loves or would love if you just showed up totally who you are. And for the people who that doesn't resonate with, that's a bonus too, because that's people you don't have to deal with, and that's cool. Some of you are like, I really don't totally know who I am, and I'm here to help you. I want to help you find that clarity so that you can consistently show up and connect with other people. You can just go to AskSteveKidd.com, and you can't bring me down. That's so amazing that you came on right then, because that's what we've been talking about this whole time. You can't bring me down. I love that. That is so cool. Great handle, by the way, too. But yeah, you can go to askstevekid.com. That goes straight to my schedule. Glad to have you hop on, talk to you about your clarity. We'll talk for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm glad to help you out. I'm here for you because you're awesome. You're incredible. You're amazing. You're so many complimentary things that even if I did the whole 15 minutes just telling you how cool you were, that wouldn't even be a scratch on the surface. But it's true. I want you to really see you today. I want you to look at every part of you, all the things you've judged and all those other things. And I want you to see them as the beautiful work of creation that they are. They are your vistas, your canyons, your flowing rivers, your mucky swamps. All of them are beautiful and all of them have a plan and a purpose. And so do you. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you're happy, safe, warm, and loved. I know I missed a couple of days with traveling and stuff like that, and I just focused on taking care of me, and that's okay too. But I'm back, and I'm here, and I love you, and I want to help you clearly show who you are with the world. So let's do it, okay? I'll be back again tomorrow. Until then, have a great week.